Hello, Narf from Narf Sounds here. Scenes and ARP scenes, how to set them up on the Korg Nautilus. So the Korg Nautilus has the ability to switch between sounds within a combi. In other words, you can create sub-combis or subsets within a combination. And I'll show you how to set that all up with this example. I Want to Break Free by Queen. I'm going to start off with an empty combination. The first sound that I want is the intro sound. So I'll put that in timbre 1. So one way of doing that is, of course, I can just press plus here and choose the sound. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go to program mode and choose the sound from here. And I'll just type in, I want to break free. Okay, so I have 3 of these sounds for I want to break free, and it starts off with a pad, and I have it in P56. And I'm going to go back to my combination. And I'm going to go copy from program. And I'm going to copy all the effects that's used by the I Want to Break Free pad in timbre 1. And there we have it. And then I'm going to go back to program. And I'm going to choose the comper, or this verse synth. Okay. So I've got that selected. I'm going to go back to my combi. And I'm going to copy from program right there. And I'm going to copy all the effects used. And I'm going to put that to timbre 2. So now I have 2 sounds that are currently layered. And then I'm going to get the lead sound on timbre 3. So again, go back to program mode. And choose my lead sound. There it is. And I'm going to go back to my combination and select copy from program and put that to timbre 3 along with the insert effects used by that program. So now I've put sounds in timbre 1, timbre 2, and timbre 3. So what I have to do now is have them play in 3 separate MIDI channels. One thing to note when you're creating ARP scenes is that MIDI channel 1, or the global channel, will always trigger whether you have the scene selected or not. What we're going to do is set a MIDI channel that is not channel 1 or not the global channel. So on timbre 1, I'm going to set that to channel 2. And on timbre 2, I'm going to set that to channel 3. And timbre 3, I'm going to set to MIDI channel 4. Now we won't hear any of that play because the keyboard is always playing MIDI channel 1. And since none of these timbres are in channel 1, we don't hear any of them. So now we go to the ARP drum tab. And what I'm going to do is edit the different scenes. So we'll be having 3 scenes. And I'm going to make sure that the arpeggios are off for these 3 scenes. By default, arpeggio A has the up arpeggio pattern. So I'm just going to choose off right here and 4/4. So now that's off. Even if I turn on the arpeggio button, I won't hear anything. Okay. That won't be creating any pattern. Now I'll go and press more. And I know that my timbre 1 is in channel 2. So my output channel will be channel 2. And I will unselect this one and select through by ARP switch off. That means if the ARP button is off, channel 1 will still send to whatever channel is selected here. So now I've got scene 1 selected and I should get that slow synth. Okay, now I'll set up scene 2. So I go to scene 2. And again, make sure that ARP A is set to off. And I'll go more. And through by ARP switch off will be activated. I'll remove this other one. And output channel is going to go to channel 3. And this is going to be the comp synth that I selected. And there you go. When that's selected, we hear that comp synth. And for scene 3, again, I'll do the same thing. Go off, more, channel 4, because channel 1 is the global channel. And we don't want that. And 2 and 3 are already used for scenes 1 and 2. So now I have channel 4. And through by ARP switch off is what I want. And if you look at ARP B as well, you'll notice that that is not selected. So I don't worry about this one. Okay. So when we go out, that's all set up. And I can exit from here, remove the edit, and scene 1 will have the first sound. Scene 2 will have the second sound. And scene 3 will have the lead sound. And if I go to the home page, we can see that we're triggering the correct timbres for the scenes that we've selected. And that's how you set up scenes on the Korg Nautilus.